Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. This is going to be my vlog for the week of September 26th through October 2nd. Is that Saturday? We're gonna go with that Saturday. That feels like what Saturday is. Yeah, because Friday's the 1st. Yeah. So essentially this is just going to be me talking about the books that I'm reading over the next span of the week, about little bits and pieces of my daily life. There probably won't be that much. YouTube, Instagram, writing, all of those kind of things just lumped in here. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, but I just need to update on what I've done so far today because it is 12:20 on Sunday, as well as what I'm currently reading because I had to carry over a book from last week into this week. So for what I've done today is I just finished watching Season-a-thon, like the Fall Into Reading live show with Sophie Gonzalez, and that inspired me to want to do a book review on the book, which is Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez, because I originally debated it, but then there was a few points that were said that I was like, oh my god, I want to expand on those thoughts. So I'm going to be filming a review sometime today, which probably will go up sometime next month, like in October. So I'm going to be doing that today, and then the book that I'm currently reading is Unraveled by Angelina J. Steffort, which is, it's kind of a paranormal-ish book where essentially we have, it's a second book in the Breath of Fate series, but overall just in this series we have Lightbringers, which are people that take the souls of the dead to heaven, and Shadowbringers that take the souls of the dead to hell. And we have our main character of Lanny, who discovers that she's a Lightbringer and has to learn more about the world, but then on top of that just learn even more about these, and things are slowly being revealed. And I'm currently, what percent am I into this book? 73%? Let me just check my Kindle, like my Kindle app on my phone. 70%. Close enough. But I'm going to be finishing that tonight because I need to finish it because of Fall Into Reading, the readathon ending today, so I need to do that. Right, it ends today? Yeah, it ends today, so need to get that finished, and that is for the prompt. Beneath the Harvest Moon, channel inner beast and read something paranormal. It's paranormal-ish because, like, also our one character is immortal and is kind of not quite a demon, but like demon adjacent, kind of, if that makes any sense. So like I'm counting it as paranormal because also like essentially angels and demons kind of thing. So like, yeah. And my camera battery's dying. Great. So I'm gonna end this clip here. I know today I need to edit my last week's vlog, and then also again from the video I probably will not update until later because pretty much my afternoon is going to be spent editing and then doing a few other things that aren't important. Maybe I might try to edit my book, I don't know. But camera battery's dying again, so gonna charge this. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock on Sunday still. I've edited my video, what am I doing? I've edited my video and I'm kind of calling it a night for like everything at my computer here. Normally I'd start a like physical read. You can't even see my bookshelf. There, it's right there. But normally I'd start like a physical read from my bookshelf there. But I don't really want to start a physical read tonight. There is one book that I need to read before the end of the month. But if I start it tomorrow, I should be able to get it finished by the 1st. Like I'm not gonna force myself to read something tonight if I don't want to, but I am going to be finishing Unraveled by Angelina J. Steffort because I am dying to like read that, and then if I finish that and I still want to read, because right now I'm just in like I want to read mood, but I don't want to read a physical book mood. Like, you get what I'm saying? I want to read like an ebook on my iPad. So I'm going to finish Unraveled and then go from there. Might read more, might not, I don't know. If I do start another book, I have no idea what I'd even start, because I have no idea what I want to read, because I've pretty much read everything from my TBR except Unraveled, which I'm currently reading, and one other book, which I'll be starting tomorrow anyways, so yeah. Okay, so it is almost 8 o'clock on Monday, and I haven't picked up the camera because I haven't wanted to well, there's a lot to talk about actually. So I should first start off, say that I finished Unraveled by Angelina J. Stifford, and I'm giving it a 4 stars. I will say that the ending made me cry. I was crying for the last about 3 chapters, and I am dying to know how the story continues. So, I might be squeezing Unforgiven, which is book 3 that comes out on the 30th of September. I might be squeezing that into October somewhere to read. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm confused, I'm sad, I need to write a review for this book for sure. I do really like how we're adding more elements to the greater, we're adding more elements to like the greater arc of the characters and the greater expansion of what we know about these Lightbringers and these Shadowbringers. And like, I will say, I love how the romance shifted from one character to the next, because from literally the beginning I was like, I don't care who she ends up with, like jokingly, like I'll take who she doesn't type thing, but now I'm like, yeah, nope, one character's kind of a little bit of an asshole. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's on that. And then I also, last night I was like, I just want like I specifically was like, I want to read a dark bully romance, but very specific kind of type of book, and I picked Havoc. I picked Havoc at Prescott High by C.M. Sternich. Is that the author? C.M. Sternich. How do you pronounce this author's last name? C.M. Sternich. That's how it sounds. And essentially this is, as I've kind of already said, a dark bully romance, where essentially we have our main character of Bernadette, very weird name, I know, or Bernie, who she goes to this school called Prescott High, and it is a very like crappy high school. And there are these 5 guys that essentially like kind of like rule the school. If you want them to do something for you, you ask them, and in return, like a payment, but it's like not money type thing. And so when our main character goes to them to have them help her with these people in her past that have wronged her, she ends up becoming a Havoc girl and joining them, kind of. But she has very interesting backstories with the characters, because they, for example, bullied her sophomore and junior year. She used to date one of them and all of that, and it's just like, it's definitely royally fucked up. But one thing I do like about like dark bully romances is A, how fucked up they are, B, how unrealistic they are. Like, I love it's so super unrealistic, and I know it. And then also just like, I don't know, I just love them, but I have to like read them in, like I can't I can't just throw them in here and there. I have to like read, I have to be in the right mood for them. And this, I was just like, I just want to read something like that. And so, and I made it to, so this book is like 300 pages long. Keep that in mind. It's like over 300 pages, I think. And between last night and this morning, because yes, I read this morning, I have made it to 54% of the book. I read over, I think it's about, like, I've read over 150 pages of this book, on top of about 100 pages last night of Unraveled. So those are what I'm reading for ebooks. I'm going to be finishing Havoc tonight. The title is Havoc at Prescott High, but when in doubt, my brain just goes Havoc, because that's like the big one on it. But then I also started a physical read, which this is technically the only book on my TBR, like TBR that I haven't read, and that is Look at Like a Wildfire by Lana Popovic, and I cannot describe this, so I'm just going to read the back. All the women in Iris and Melina's family have the unique ability, or gleam, to manipulate beauty. Iris sees flowers as fractals and turns her kaleidoscope visions into glasswork, while Melina interprets moods as music. But their mother has forbidden Iris and Melina to share their magic with anyone, and above all, fall in love. But when their mother is attacked and left hovering between life and death, the sisters unearth an ancient curse that binds their fates and hearts to force larger than life. To save each other, they must untangle 1,000 years worth of lies and secrets. And I read to page 34. I would read a little bit more, but I'm kind of starting to have like a little bit of like not a headache, but like when I'm reading, like my eyes are like twitching. And that essentially means like take a break from like physically reading. I think my eyes are just kind of like fucking with my head right now. And so I'm going into chapter 4, and the first 3 chapters, they're okay. I mean, it's not screaming to me like what can you do in 30 pages, but it's almost like I don't know even what I was expecting, because I have heard nobody talk about this on BookTube. I think Jade from JD Ray Reads owns this book. I've seen it on her bookshelf, but I don't know if she's read it or not. I feel like she has, and she said it was like okay or something. I could be totally wrong, but I've seen it on her bookshelf in like her bookshelf tour or something like that. And like I own the second book as well, but like I really hope I enjoy this, because like this beautiful cover, like it has like flowers and it's purple, and purple is one of my favorite colors. But yeah, I'm hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna make a chunk into this, because I would like it to get finished by like September 30th, which is how many days away. But also based that it took me like 15-20 minutes to read 30 pages, so I feel like this will be like an average read, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm reading. Nothing else has really happened except work, school, and I uploaded a video. That's pretty much it. I'm now tired. I'm also hungry. So I'm going to make food, and then I'm going to definitely continue ebook that I've started. I'm so excited to read more of it. I'm so excited to read more of Havoc, because it is very dark, very, very flirty. Like the characters are very flirty with each other, like the guys to her. And then also there has so far been 2 kind of smutty scenes. It's not as smutty as I wanted it, but I feel like as the series goes on, it could be like book 1 is just like a light sprinkle, and then like as you go on, because I think it's like a 5-book series or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah. Okay, so shocker, I'm filming a clip before I go to work. I'm actually like just about to leave get ready for work here in like 15 minutes. So last night I finished Havoc at Prescott High. Loving it. I feel like this entire series will just be like 4-star reads, like really like good but not amazing. And then so like yeah, and then this morning I started book 2 in the series, which is Chaos at Prescott High, and I may have read 22% or like 60 some pages, I think. Yeah. And I started that this morning, like, so yeah. Now my goal is, can I read this entire series by the end of the week? So that's kind of what this vlog has turned into. Can I read a 5-book bully romance series in a week? And the answer is maybe. I don't know, because these are books that I'm really flying through. I love the characters. Like, the characters are assholes. They're awful characters, but that's why I love them. I love just all of the fighting, all the arguing, all the fighting, all the like bickering back and forth, all of the pining, and just all of the smut as well. I just love so far everything. And like all of that, so I feel like it would be like a series I can fly through. Okay, so it's 7:30 and I actually didn't end up going to work because I got called out from work literally like 20 minutes after I filmed that clip. I was literally getting ready and got a call that was just like, we're very slow, you don't need me, that's fine. Like, they didn't need me, that's fine, whatever. But I just read a little bit more of Wicked Like a Wildfire, and I made it to page 95, which isn't as far as I wanted to get, but my room is so goddamn hot right now. Like, it's 27 outside, but it feels like it's at least 35 inside. That's Celsius, that is. And this light, like my ceiling light, isn't helping with the heat, so I can't really read a physical book without the light. So I'm going to start reading my ebook. Currently my October TBR is exporting, so I'll let that go through. And yeah, I don't really think anything else to say, really. So far with Wicked Like a Wildfire, I'm enjoying it, I guess. Like, it's not, like, blowing me away or anything. I do really like how the writing is. It's very, like, I wouldn't say whimsical, but it's just, like, different in a good way, I guess. And I don't really have much thoughts on it, really, like, so yeah. But this morning I finished Chaos at Prescott High. So that's book 2 in that series done. At the rate that I'm going, I am reading one book every 24 hours because I started, my brain wanted to just say the title, Chaos at Prescott High. I started it yesterday morning and I finished it this morning. So it's taken me like 24 hours to read these, and the next 2 books in the series are the same length as these first 2. So if I start, I think it's Mayhem at Prescott High is book 3 tonight, I'll finish it by tomorrow night, and then that means Friday morning I'll start Anarchy at Prescott High, which is book 4, and then that means by Sunday night I should be finished the series, which is my goal. But I was just thinking, I enjoyed Chaos. So I don't know actually what I was just saying. I literally got interrupted by my mom. But I ended up giving Chaos at Prescott High a 4-star. I have a feeling that all the books in this series are going to be like a 4-star. Like, they're good. They're fucking amazing. But I don't know. Like, there's books that you're like, it's fucking amazing. It deserves a 5-star. But you can't give it a 5-star. And that's kind of like with a lot of these like dark romance series that I read. I'm like, it's 5 stars, but for some reason I can't. Like, so I just filmed not 1, but 2 videos. I filmed that Your Answer Can't Be Book Tag and my Perfect Paper review, although it was more like I'm gonna go on a couple tangents about things, about how my life relates to the book and my experiences, how they're similar to the book. That's kind of more how it went. But it is 6:49, if you can see that. It feels way earlier than that. But I'm going to read some more of Wicked Like a Wildfire. I highly doubt that I'm going to get it finished before the end of the month. But as long as it started, that's fine. I'll just carry it on into October. Like, I'll probably finish it like Friday or Saturday. But I'm going to read more of that, and then I'll let you know how far I get and all that. And then I later am going to be starting the 3rd book in the Havoc Boy series, which is called Mayhem at Prescott High. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited. I don't know why. I just am loving that so much, but I'm going to go read that. So it's 8:30 and I made it to page 198 of Wicked Like a Wildfire, and as much as I'm enjoying it, the plot is just a little bit weak. So I'm trying to think of what I can say without spoilers, but essentially, I don't even know what I can say without spoilers. The plot is weak. I don't really, like, the characters are okay. I do really like our main character of Iris. And I will say one thing that literally made me have to A, reread what I just read, and B, go, what the fuck is, on page 180. So by page 180, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, there's a few things that have just taken me back. Like, for example, don't get me wrong, I'm all for this in real life. In books, on other hands, I'm like, come on. Is our main character of Iris, she met this boy at this party that happened I think it was like right as the book was starting, like right before the book started. And then by now, which is only like I think it's maybe, no, it's like 3 or 4 days later maybe, she's already slept with him. And we only knew him for about 20 pages before that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all down for that, but my thing is, like, I feel like he's gonna be wrapped up into the story a little bit more, because it is revealed that he also has the ability to gleam. I'm not sure how, like, because your ability to gleam, it can be different depending on the person, but I do feel like he will be wrapped up in it more, and I'm just like a little bit curious, a little bit nervous, and a little bit scared about that. Otherwise it's okay. Like, so far, like, I'm not even halfway through. I think according to Goodreads I'm 46% into the book, but that doesn't take into account the last few chapters, well, the last, like, I don't know, like 30 pages maybe. No, the last like 15 pages are the first chapter of the second book. But anyways, it's like, so far maybe like a 3.5, maybe. That's being a little bit generous, but at the same time it's interesting. So, like, I don't know, I don't really have heavy thoughts on it, but I'm going to crawl into bed and start reading Mayhem at Prescott High. I've already kind of talked about it, and that book I'd love to get done by tomorrow night, so that I can keep on that, like, track of 1 book a day of that series, but we'll have to see, I guess. Can I just go to bed right now? It's 8:35, and I just got back from helping my cousin move, because my cousin was moving, and I, being the nice cousin that I am, helped her. But I was like, oh, we're just gonna take like a load of stuff over from our garage, because she was storing things in our garage, because she was like in between places, kind of. So, like, yeah, and then it ended up being like 5 hours later, I'm home. So I'm definitely not going to be reading any more of Wicked Like a Wildfire. I'm counting it as, there's obviously no punishment, but I think on my spreadsheet I will be labeling it as an October read, because I'm not quite at the halfway mark. But I will finish this before I start. I'll finish this physical book before I start my, like, October physical books. Between last night and this morning, I managed to read 78% of Mayhem at Prescott High, and it's getting equally good, equally, like, repetitive, but, like, it's good. I'm still enjoying it, like, and I'm still on track for finishing it. Like, I'm going to finish this book tonight, and then I'll start book 4 tomorrow. All I know is my cousin did ask me if I would help her move more, and I said maybe, because I'm just, like, so tired right now that I'm probably going to finish this book. I do really want to write some of my book, because I haven't written anything since Sunday. Yeah, because Monday I started this series, so yeah, like Sunday, it was the last thing I wrote, and I need to write more, but I don't know, I'm just tired. And I have a little bit of a headache, so I think I just need to, like, lay down, relax a bit, then I'll start reading. Like, it's 8:40, I'll probably grab a snack, watch TikToks till like 9, and then continue, and then go from there. So it is 6:51 on Friday, and today wasn't how I planned it to go. I ended up having to go shopping with my cousin to, like, buy things for her new house, because she had to pretty much start off completely from scratch, because of reasons that I've talked about in the past, but I don't feel like diving into again. But, like, basically everything that she had in her old place got wrecked, basically, so she had to go buy a bunch of new things, and I went with her, so that was like 3 hours of being dragged from store to store. I currently have food in the oven that I'm going to eat, but I know that what the evening plan is I'm going to read more of Wicked Like a Wildfire, burp apparently, and I'm going to read this during some sprints. So currently the sprints are going, but Pris from Pris Sprints is doing sprints with Jade from JD Ray Reads for the, I think it's called the Readathon, which is a 24-hour readathon that Jade from JD Ray Reads puts on. Like, usually she tries to do it like once a month, once every other month type thing. So my goal for this readathon is, it's 24 hours. It technically started, it's 24 hours for her, so it's 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. for me, but it's midnight to midnight for her. So my goal is to, well, first of all, I finished Mayhem at Prescott High last night, and I started Anarchy at Prescott High, which is book 4. And I am goddamn bound and determined that before midnight tomorrow to have the entire series finished. And I made it to 23% of Anarchy. When in doubt, I'm just going to say the first word in the title because it's everything else the same after that first initial word. So my goal is literally tonight to get to read, I think I might do 1 sprint with this, and then I don't know how long these sprints are happening. They started at 5 and they've been going for 2 hours, but it's like 2 a.m. where they are, or at least I know it's 2 a.m. where Jade is. So I'm like, how long are these sprints gonna go? I'll probably watch these sprints as long as they're going, reading between Wicked Like a Wildfire and then Anarchy. But tomorrow I literally I'm not doing a video tomorrow. I don't want to edit. I have 2 videos filmed. I don't want to edit. I literally would rather do anything but edit. So I'm just gonna take tomorrow off. Not worry, I might edit tomorrow if I have the time. I know there's also, I don't know. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So I made it to page 321 of Wicked Like a Wildfire, and I will say that I have kind of started skimming in some sections. Like, I'm still able to comprehend the story. Like, since I talked about it last, I'm just going to briefly talk about it. I have some bigger thoughts, but I'm just going to save that to the end to see if I continue with them. But so far, our 2 main characters of Iris and Melina they've discovered that, they've discovered the rest of their family, or the Coven, because obviously this, like, magical ability or gleam they're essentially almost like witches, type thing-ish, but right now we are kind of with the family, like the extended family, very, 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 very extended family, and there's this sacrifice I don't really understand much about. Yes, I'm skimming, but still, most of the time with skimming, I'm able to understand it. But this, I'm a little like, okay, I get we're sacrificing, but why and how? But yeah, it's like, this I think will only be like a 3-star read, but I'm honestly okay with that, cause like the characters are okay, the writing is beautiful, but that's, I think, the only good thing is like the writing is beautiful. The characters are like standard, they're mediocre. The plot is because I feel like we've almost gone in a completely different direction than I thought, because of how it's like, the sisters unearth an ancient curse that binds their fates and hearts to a force larger than life. We're kind of starting to get that, but I almost feel like it's not easily understandable at this point. But again, I have like 80 pages left, because it goes to page, 400, and then that's the first chapter of the next book. So like I have like 80 pages left, so that could obviously be a little bit revealed more. But we have 10 minutes left of the sprints, at least this sprint, and I'm just like done with this. So I think I might just kind of relax for these 10 minutes, and then in the next sprint, I'm going to continue on with Anarchy at Prescott High, and I might just leave the sprints if I'm really enjoying it, or I don't know. I know that I would love to stick with the sprints until they're over, but it's already 9 o'clock, and normally by this time I'm crawling into bed and starting to read. I know that I'm going to stay up a little bit later than I normally do because, well, tomorrow is Saturday, I do not work, therefore I don't have to get up at a certain time. But there's a chance that we might be babysitting my 2-year-old cousin tomorrow, so I don't want to go to bed too late in case we get him early, but I don't even know if we're babysitting him or not. Because it was like we might, and then I haven't heard yes or no, so I have no idea. But I'm going to end this clip here.
Okay, so it is 12:36 a.m. And they're still sprinting. I was expecting this to be finished like, oh, 9, 10 o'clock. It's 12:30 and there's 2 more sprints. I am going to, I don't know, when was English? The last time I updated, oh yeah, the last time I updated was when I was reading, Look at Like a Wildfire. And, I have been in the last, like, 3 sprints, since the last time I updated, been reading, Anarchy at Prescott High, and I've now made it to 66%. My goal was to complete this book tonight. I am going to read for a little bit more. So it is 9:15, and I'm literally currently watching sprints, like literally talking in my ear right now. But I got up about 8. I've read, I don't know, like 7% of the book. But we are babysitting my cousin from about 10:30 to about 7:30 to this evening. So I need to figure out how I'm going to finish this book and finish Wicked Like a Wildfire before he leaves. I know he'll probably take a nap, so I'll be able to read then. But that's kind of the only update. So yeah. I finished the book. It is 10:28 and I finished Anarchy. So now I just have the 5th and final book, which is called Victory, to finish. It is 10:28, so my cousin will be dropped off at any moment. I honestly might read it while he's here. Because yes, I will sit there and read anything as long as he's not crawling all over me. I mean, to be fair, he can't read yet, so. My little cousin's 2. So, yeah. So if I don't start it later, well, I will start it later, but I don't know if I'll start it while I'm out in the living room, or while he's napping, or I don't know. I know I need to add this to my spreadsheet. And like, okay, it's this thing of, as much as I love the series, it is starting to drag on. Like, I do feel like it could have been, like, you could have made, I don't know. Like, I feel like the main reason why these feel like they're dragging on is there's these cliffhangers that are really good. Like, don't get me wrong, my favorite cliffhanger is between book 3 and 4. Yes, I did think that's the book with that cliffhanger. Like, that one was perfect. But this one was, like, iffy. Book 1's was pretty good, and then book 2's cliffhanger, I don't know. I don't really like book 2's cliffhanger. But again, these books are really good. Like, they're all 4 stars. I really enjoy these characters. I'll talk a lot more about the series as a whole. Like, my final thoughts when I finish Victory. But like, when I first picked up Havoc, didn't expect to read the entire series this week. I was meant to read 1 book, see how I like the series, and then, oh, if I really like it, read the rest in October. Yeah, no. But yeah, I'll let you know how more reading goes and all of that. So it is 7:13 and my cousin just left.
I didn't read any of Wicked Go Out There, but I'm going to plow through the last 80 pages right now. I did make it to 38 pages of Victory at Prescott High, and I'm really enjoying it. So far, I will get it finished, hopefully, because it does say, based on what I'm at, 3 hours and 11 minutes left in the book, because I would show you, but I had to pause on a kind of not PG part. Of the book, because as much as I'm able to read smut in the living room with my parents and my cousin, there are certain kinds of smut or anything that I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't. And I did have to do that, where I was like, I just can't read any more of it. Like, what the fuck? Again, I'll talk more about it when I entirely finish the book. So yeah, I'm going to read more of this, finish it, let you know my thoughts, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we've also had an outfit change since the last clip. But I finished this, 3 stars, that's all I can give it. As much as I like the characters and the world and the plot and all of that, it's just like nothing. There was never a moment in this book that made me go, wow. It was just like, oh, this is enjoyable, this is a nice read. That's it. 3 stars, that's still good. I say anything above 3 is good, but I prefer to have 3.5, 4 stars reads. I might try in October if I have time, if not November, to read Fierce Like a Firestorm, because this is a series that I do feel like if I wait too long between 1 and 2, I won't be able to remember enough, and then I will not want to read book 2. Like, I like this, and one thing that I did say at the beginning of this vlog is, earlier there was like a boy I mentioned, I can't remember the name, but it is revealed that he is a greater part of the story, but not in the way I was thinking, so that is one thing that I was like, a little bit like, I still don't understand how, but like, okay. I also do love the friends to feelings being revealed, I guess, like childhood friends to like I love you type thing. I did really like that, because I was kind of rooting for it, because I was like, oh, these characters actually seem like they have good chemistry and like would be good together. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's like, it's mediocre, like, definitely, it, like, I don't know. It, like, I definitely don't regret reading it, but, like, you get what I'm saying? So I am now going to, I'll put this in my spreadsheet in the morning, and my camera battery is dying, great! But I'm going to continue with Victory and finish that. I have, well, it's 7:45, so I have, like, 4 hours to complete it, and it says 3 hours on the thing, so like I should get it done. I will film that when I finish it, and then I'll wrap up this vlog, and yeah. I finished the series. I finished the Havoc Boys series, which is the series I've been reading so far. I finished Victory at Prescott High at 11:57, so I finished it with 7 minutes to spare. I said I would do it, and I did it. I'm giving the final book in the series 4 stars. I will say I love this series, although they're only 4 stars. I feel like at some points things were just kind of not messy, but like it was just like, okay, yes, I get it, we're doing this, but like, I don't know. I do feel like there was like some little lines that were constantly repeated that for the first like 2 or 3 books was like, okay, and then you got to like book 5 and it's like, okay, yes, I know. But like, that's like the only complaint I have really. I love the characters. I love our main character, Bernadette, as a main character. She is this badass who literally goes through hell and back and still comes out strong. There's just, I could list off the top of my head like 10 different things that she goes through, and it only adds to her character. I love all of the love interests. One thing when I was reading, I realized, I was like, I don't think I've said any of the guys' names in this vlog. So like, I guess you have to figure those out for yourself, but I definitely do think that ooh, who's my favorite? I was literally thinking about this as I was like reading the epilogue, and I like came to the conclusion that I can't decide. There's like two that I can't decide. Like, I love them all, but like for some reason I do have a soft spot for both, for two of the love interests, two of the people that she ends up with, of being Aaron and Hale. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, because it's like H-E-A-L. You'd think it would be pronounced Hale. If I'm wrong, I literally refuse to pronounce it anywhere else, but I love those two. I love all the love interests, but I feel like those were the two that just like, I don't know, like, you get what I'm saying? You just like vibe with a little bit more type thing. But again, I love them all. I loved everything about this. I'm trying to think of everything else I've said. Like, really, I can't say much because of spoilers, and also this book is just very dark. Like, literally, I will start listing up trigger warnings. Trigger warnings for violence, murder, swearing, sexual situations, mentions of sexual assault and sexual abuse. What else? Trigger warning for miscarriage. What else? Drug use, alcohol use, gore. What else? I'm missing things probably. But like, those are literally like the ones just off the top of my head I can think of. Very dark. I should have mentioned this like those trigger warnings sooner, but I didn't know what the trigger warnings were going into it. Yeah, luckily, like, nothing really triggers me. So like, I was like reading murder and I'm like, yeah! And it's now 12 a.m., so it's technically Sunday. I don't really think there's anything else I need to say about this series. I loved it. But yeah, it's technically already Sunday for me, so I'm going to end this vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I bet you anything this video is at least 50 minutes long, if not longer, because I probably have over like an hour of raw footage. I have no idea. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really do want to do more of these videos of like reading blank series type thing, but like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna title this, Can I Read a 5-Book Series in 7 Days? But I don't know. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've already said that, and bye!